Okay, doke. Hello, everybody. It is Bloody Sword, or Sword SC2 here yet again with another video. So this time we are going to be looking at a TvP versus Vibe. So he is going to be spawning in the top left of, I believe it's Simulacrum. It's been a while since I've actually played this game, so I don't really recall what happens. I don't know if he was uh, actually playing as Protoss or if he just randomed it. We'll find out in a bit. And actually, Vibe is doing something interesting here already. He's going for a pylon on the low ground and going to be throwing down a gateway. Actually, was I playing random? I'm not entirely sure. If I'm on a practice account, most of the time I'll only play as Terran, though. As if I was going to be doing a random game, I would be playing on my main account just so I can get the achievements and whatnot. But Uh, this is a little unorthodox, as most of the time a player will try and wall off a Reaper jump. I believe you should be able to wall this one off fairly easily. If I'm going to be coming in here with the Probe Scout, going to be seeing my barracks in my main base, so you should be pretty happy about that. I'm going to be pulling off a single, a handful of SCVs in order to kill that probe. And Vibe looks like he is going to be throwing down his Cyber Core. Nope, decides to throw down a Nexus. Then probably will be going for the Cyber Core shortly after. And with my SCV, going to be scouting out, seeing what's up, and eventually do see the Cyber Core on the way, see the Nexus. And I should know the timing of the Cyber Core to be a Nexus first. Actually, back when I was playing this game, I might have not known that. But Cyber Core should be finishing at roughly 2 minutes, I believe, if they are going for a core first. Reaper is going to be going out across the map now, and with the scouting SCV, I believe I do see the two pylons, correct? Yeah, I see one in his main base, one in his natural. I don't believe I scouted his gases, which I definitely should have, though. And going to be following it up with a factory, so it is going to be a 1-1-1, starting up my reactor. Vibe going to be starting up a stalker. Going to see what I can do. Almost get a single probe. Okay, get one. It's pretty good. Getting a second one, which is great. And because of the positioning of the gateway for him, he's going to, or it's going to be a while before the stalker can get up here. And that was that was a little bit very risky, or it was just straight up very risky by me because going directly into the mineral line, if I pulled his probes a little bit earlier, this Reaper would have been super duper dead. Reaper is going to be going back into the natural expansion, and so far it's gotten 4 kills, so this Reaper is doing some great work, even killing off a fifth. I might have been talking with this chat or something, so one thing that I didn't really think about when I was playing this game was the positioning of his wall-in and how I could abuse that, but going directly into his main base in order to do the harass ended up really panning out for me. So the Marines are going to be in production, throwing down the, or getting some Widow Mines and the Starport up as well, and man, this Reaper just doesn't stop, getting 6 kills and with it eventually going to be going down. One thing that I don't believe that I scouted was his tech path though, which is one of the things that I did want to see. Most of the time against the Protoss player, you will see their tech at roughly like 2 minutes 45 seconds to 3 minutes. But even scouting that late, I didn't see anything, so I might have been a little bit scared. You can see that I already get a bunker and starting up my engineering bay, which is something that I don't really do much nowadays. I only have 2 mines, so it looks like my build was a little bit messed up as I was microing the... Is there a gap right here? I think this is like a hex off. But yeah, I'm probably just filled with adrenaline from doing so much damage with the early Reaper. But uh, I'm going to be coming in here with a Phoenix Scout, going to see what's up. I'm going to be following it up with a 3 racks and oh, even getting a Raven, so playing pretty defensive here. Going to be boosting into the main base. We'll see what damage we can get with these mines. Dropping one, dropping the second. ViBE's going to be splitting pretty well here, and I'm going to be microing the mines a little bit more. And pulling it up. Going down to the natural expansion. Dropping another one. Still unable to get really too much damage. ViBE with very great defense, even picking off the medevac. Only losing a single probe to both of the widow mines. And during that time, looks like my tech kind of, or my macro slipped a bit. Only starting up stem, haven't started up combat shields. And yeah, floating almost 400 minerals is a little bit of an oof. Do have the Raven here, and it looks like I'm just going to be scouting around in my main base for possible observers. If I'm going to be going for his third base, and that is actually quite late. In normal TvP, a Protoss player will be getting their third base probably around 4 minutes 30 seconds-ish. I think it could have just been because of all the damage we were able to do with the Reaper. Also, he delayed his tech as well, so looks like he's going to be going for Thermal Lance and going for the Colossus. Going to be getting a couple of pylons on the corner of his bases to spot for possible drops. I'm going to be sending an SCV in just to see what his follow-up is, since really didn't know what type of tech he was going for. I do believe that I did get to see some stuff when I went for the drop, but I actually don't know if it actually I was aware of what was going on. Looks like I'm following it up with a 5 racks. Okay. So it looks like I have no intention of playing a complete macro game. Which back when I was doing 1-1-1 versus Protoss, I was having a really hard time in the TvP matchup, so I kind of understand me not wanting to actually play a macro game, especially against a player who I feel is much stronger than me. Going to be rallying some forces, and I should probably be starting the attack shortly here. I'm not entirely sure what I'm waiting for. The Raven should be able to get some nice disables. Oh, possibly a second wave of medevacs, but um, okay, yep, second wave of medevacs is here, and now we start going. Looks like my units were about to split off there, but decided to regroup. ViBE is going to be positioned very defensively at his natural expansion. He really doesn't have too much vision here, as he doesn't have too many observers. Possibly, again, because of the early damage that we were able to do with the Reaper. We're going to be coming in here for the third base, trying to focus it down. Going to be able to kill off a few stalkers here. Actually, that's a lot of stalkers going down. Disable on one of the Colossus, and I'm being very aggressive with these stems. Colossus is still doing a lot of damage, killing off a lot of the Marines, but with both of them disabled, they're going to have to waddle their way back up into the main base. And it actually looks like we should be able to pull this one through. So, with no AoE left and really not much left for defense, ViBE might be out of this one, actually. Throwing down a auto turret, and actually I have no idea what that auto turret was, as I didn't engage it with it. But it is what it is. Do we have concussive shell? We do have concussive shell, which is nice. ViBE trying to re-expand to his third base, and this is kind of a desperate move. Not really desperate, but a risky move, I should say, as he does need to do something in order to come back into this game. I wouldn't actually mind him double expanding as well, but with this set of units, I should be able to possibly end this game here. Going to be doing just a tiny bit of stutter step forward, not enough zealots to really push back this force. Going to be picking off the Colossus, and I did it. Good on me. This was when I was really bad with TvP as well, as the swapping of all the barracks and stuff when I'm doing the Widow Mine drop was very difficult. I'm still struggling with it today, but getting slightly better at it. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Did some especially great damage with the early Reaper, but that could have just been vibe. Just reading his chat too, so I'm not entirely sure. But hope you guys all enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.